Hi, this is Jason Hunt with Gady Hunt Realty, and I'm here with one of my short sales specialists, Gady Medrano, and we're doing a second video on short sales. Our first one was about the whole short sale process and what it is and what they mean. This video is more geared towards the how to list your home as a short sale and the steps that you would take to do that. So if they watched our last video, or if they already know they want to do a short sale, they want to avoid foreclosure, affect their credit less by doing a short sale versus a foreclosure, they've made that decision, what do they do next? I want to list my house as a short sale.
Well, to list your house as a short sale is not very different from listing your house as a non-short sale. So a lot of the paperwork is the same, a lot of the marketing strategies are the same. One thing I do want to point out really quick is I got some comments about the previous video that we did, and there's a lot of people out there that are charging a bunch of upfront fees and charging the homeowner a lot of out-of-pocket fees and things of that nature. And I just want to urge whoever's looking into a short sale or going into default, or just that they know that that's not necessary. I understand, for me, it just pains me to hear it because I know that people have been devastated by this market. Not to mention they perhaps are going through some kind of hardship and just a wide range of issues, and I just want to urge them that they know that there are no upfront fees associated, no broker fees that should go to the homeowner at all. So when you list a property, you've already decided that. We put it on the market, the same paperwork, we have to get it at fair market value. The bank later on, when we go through the short sale process, will then evaluate that it is in fact at fair market value. So it's important that they go with an experienced agent and they have everything to support that. Otherwise you'll go through just a bunch of issues later on that the bank may not accept that offer, and then it'll just turn into widening issues, or that if it's too high, you won't get an offer. And then it could then go into trust deed sale, it'll sit on the market, it'll just be just a really big waste of time. So make sure that you do have it at fair market value and you have everything to support that.
Okay, so they've filled out the few pages that they need to list it on the market, the multiple listing service.
Right.
You have it at the current market value. Then what happens?
Well, we're trying to obtain an offer, and as silly as it sounds, what I always tell my clients is that you have to prepare your home, and you'd be surprised how many people don't, which is fine. It is a different type of atmosphere when, especially if you live in your house, that you don't necessarily have it presentable for potential buyers to look at it. So we'll go through a lot of tools, a lot of marketing strategies, and we have a whole marketing strategy in place for the selling of that house and to get an offer right away.
So even though it's a different type of sale in the seller's aspect, and it's because of reasons that we would all like to know that aren't existing right now, but they do, the buyer is still looking at it as a home, whether it's a short sale, foreclosure, or an owner-occupied home that's not a short sale. They're coming in and viewing it as a place that they want to live. Yeah,
and then we have to present it and show them and really accentuate the assets and why a buyer would want that house, because there's a house for everybody. So we're just trying to really cater to a potential buyer.
Okay, all right. So you have it on the market, you do the appropriate steps to have it shown. And in terms of advertising, or is there anything done differently with a short sale than a regular?
Well, no. You would sell it in the same way, like we mentioned, as if it was in a short sale. When it becomes the difference between a short sale and non-short sale will come after we obtain the offer, where we then work with the bank. We went over that a little bit in the previous video. I believe we're going to be doing another video to talk about that. But if you have any questions, definitely always come and talk to us. Come in for a consultation, especially if you're in default. I really think you just owe it to yourself to know the differences between a foreclosure and a short sale. But we go into, after we obtain an offer, before the offer, it's pretty much the same as selling a house, as if it was a non-short sale. After that is when it can take a little bit longer, and then we need a little bit of added documentation to get that short sale approved.
Okay, all right. Okay, so in summary, what I hear you saying is that when they meet with you to list a home as a short sale, they'll fill out the regular paperwork to get it on the market, put it on the multiple listing service. The key point is putting it at market value, because if it's too high, you won't get an offer. If it's too low, the bank's not going to accept it.
Right, and then you go into just deeper issues with that, with the back and forth with the bank, and then we'll go into that. So that's why experience really does matter with this. Absolutely.
All right, and you use your marketing and advertising methods to solicit interest in buyers to get an offer.
Online, mailers, just a big marketing strategy behind it to get an offer.
And then you get the offer submitted to the bank, and then from there, that's when the more work goes into getting it and negotiating it with the bank,
Yeah.
which we'll do in our next video.
And then that's pretty much when we take over.
Right.
And we get everything in place. We'll have everything prepped prior to that, prior to the offer.
Right.
And we'll know exactly what we're looking for with the bank. We'll know the guidelines and everything else. And then we just need that offer, and then we work on getting that approved.
Okay, all right. So if we haven't answered a question on how to list a home as a short sale, you're welcome to call Gady anytime. And if you have any other questions that are related to anything in terms of short sales or
Real
foreclosures, call her as well. Because the last video you had some questions, and